I'm going to be leading you through a yoga class today. And I'd like, first of all, for you to take a moment, whether you're in a chair or on your mat, and just take a moment to welcome yourself here. Feel your grounding. Draw your attention from wherever it's been, especially in these times of uncertainty. And welcome yourself back home and feel your connection to earth, your connection to body, and your connection to heart. And also welcome community, the community of your family and friends and loved ones, and the community locally and globally that we know now more than ever are not separate. I encourage you in this practice to pay attention to what feels good. And feel free to do as little or as much as feels the best to your body today. Because we are also practicing continuing to come back to and to connect with our own wisdom and the wisdom of self-care. Let's start on our backs. So if you have a yoga mat, this would be the time to remove any of the other props you might be sitting on and come to a position that's comfortable for you on your back. As you lie on your back, take a moment and just relax the shoulders. You may want to wiggle the shoulders around a little bit. You may want to keep the knees bent and feel a connection to earth down through the soles of your feet. Or it may be more comfortable for you to stretch the legs out. Get into a comfortable position. Relax the belly, and you can close your eyes or just soften the muscles around your eyes. Take this moment to feel your breath and to feel this pulse of life that's flowing through you. Connected to earth, connected to your grounding. Feel the breath and feel this pulse. And now imagine and feel the pulse of life and breath coming from the earth. Dropping into this pulse of life that the earth is. And broaden your awareness, your imagination, your sensation to now feel the breath and the pulse of life coming from the wider community. And sense how all of this life is connected. Connected through the breath, connected through this pulse. Give yourself 2 or 3 more full breath cycles, drinking in this connection. And now let's place the feet on the mat. So bend your knees and feel the soles of your feet connecting to the earth once more. And we'll add some stretches from here. So let's bring the right knee in towards your chest. Keep the shoulders relaxed. You can arrange the hands somewhere below your knee or behind your thigh. You can keep your left knee bent, or you might want to stretch out the left leg. Just see what feels better. And from here, we're going to relax the hands down and find some connection to your core. So you might feel the navel drawing downward. You may feel the low belly scooping upward, or the side waist drawing inward towards center. And with that stability in place, let's begin to move the right knee in whatever way feels good. You may start with some small or large circles. As you do this, stay connected with your breath, with your grounding. You can change the direction of your circle. And then let's come to a place where the knee comes back over the hip. And then take the left hand on the right knee and begin to cross it over. It could be just a tiny movement, or you may want to have the knee further over towards the left so you experience a deeper twist. Either way, drop the right shoulder and stay grounded. Take a couple breaths in and out. There's no rush in this practice, so let the breath in and out help to slow down the body. And then let's breathe in and bring the right knee up. We'll place the right foot down on the mat and draw the left knee towards your chest again, either bringing hands below the knee or behind your thigh. Keep the shoulders relaxed. If you'd like to stretch the right leg flat, do that. And relax the belly so that as you breathe, you feel this natural movement through the abdomen. And then let's place both hands down, and we're going to use the strength of your abdomen to create the foundation of stability here. So engaging the core muscles like we did before. Relax the shoulders so you feel this grounding, and then begin to move your left knee around. Maybe a tiny circle, maybe a larger one, maybe back and forth, whatever feels good to this hip. Many of us have been sitting a lot these last few days. So this movement is intended to nurture and provide some gentle stretch and heat to the hips. You can reverse the circle, stay grounded through the shoulders. Allow the breath to continue to be slow and easy. Bring the knee back over the hip. Place your right hand on the left knee and begin to draw it over towards the right side, maybe just a tiny bit, or you could go a little deeper. Just see what feels better to the body for you here. As you do this, drop the left shoulder and allow it to stay relaxed and grounded. Let's take a couple more breath cycles. See if you can let this breath be very easy, reconnecting to the pulse of this life moving through you, reconnecting to the earth's pulse, and also aware of the larger community's pulse. As you breathe in, let's bring the left knee up. This time we'll bring the right knee in to join the left knee and hug the knees. Taking a moment here to add any little movement that feels good to the body. You could relax the head from side to side to bring some ease to your neck. You may want to rock from side to side, or to add any movement with the knees here, or stretch the legs up. Maybe the arms up towards the ceiling, rotating wrists or ankles, fingers, toes. Move in whatever way feels good to you. Give yourself another breath in and out. And then gently bend the knees, bring the feet down, and we'll roll over to one side and come onto hands and knees. So coming onto your hands and knees, have the knees be under the hips, about hip distance apart, hands under the shoulders. And we're warming up the spine here. So let's start with cat pose, where we're dropping the tailbone, drawing up into the navel, and relax the neck. See if you can really feel a lift up through the back. As you breathe in, let's lift the chest and tailbone, coming into cow pose. And exhale, come back to cat pose. Move with your breath now. Breathe in to cow. And exhale to cat. Continue moving in this way with the breath. Or if you wish, you can add some variations here. As you exhale, you could bring the palms forward, maybe a palm print or two, and draw the hips back. This would be puppy pose. And you could inhale and bring the hips forward. So this would be one other variation, bringing more energy into the hips. Or another possibility is, after your exhale, you could lift the knees up and come into downward facing dog. Caution. If your body's saying that it doesn't like something you're doing, this is your time now to reconnect with the body's wisdom and to come back to something that feels good to you in this moment. So give yourself another breath in and out from whatever position you're in, and then gently transition to come into a standing forward bend. We're going to plant the feet under the hips, and we're going to hinge at the hips. This is this forward bend. So you may want to be in a half bend. So the benefits here would be you're really strengthening the muscles along the spine. If you have any tenderness in the low back, or hamstrings, this may be a good place. You could bend your knees to add even more ease to your hamstrings. If you would like to go deeper, you could, of course, bring the chest down more. You may still want to keep your knees bent. Again, this could help protect the low back. And you'll know because it'll either feel really good or something less than good. If it's less than good, allow yourself to adjust until it does feel good. Feel your grounding, feel the stability of the structure of the body in this position. And take a deep breath in and out. As you breathe in, let's come up, and we're going to reach up towards the ceiling and pause here. In this position, this upward salute, drop down into your feet. You may even want to bend your knees to feel the grounding again in this position. And at the same time, feel the ribs lifting and opening the arms. If the shoulders don't like this, bring the hands less up and more apart. Either way, we're celebrating being here, being alive, with everything just as it is. Take a breath in. As you exhale, let's fold forward, surrendering to what is, to all that we can't control. As you breathe in, we're going to look forward, coming back into your half fold again. And then exhale, fold again, either deeper or staying in your half. Inhale, come all the way up and reach for the ceiling. And then exhale, let's stretch over to the right side. Breathe in and we'll reach up and lengthen, stay grounded. Exhale to the left side. Breathe in and come up. As you exhale, let's come into chair pose. Okay. So in this chair, we're letting the arms come forward. So if you'd like to bend the knees more or less, have this feel good to your hips and your knees. From this position, we're going to lift the right heel or knee. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we'll step the right foot back and lift the arms to come into Warrior One. In Warrior One, you're welcome to keep the right heel down, or for some people, they enjoy having the heel lifted and pressing back. Either way, whatever feels more stable, more grounded to your body. You can have the length as long as what feels good, or you could shorten the length. So see what feels more grounding, more comfortable for your hips and your legs today. Once you're in this position, let's bring the hands down to heart center. I'm going to face you here. Bring hands to heart center. We're going to come to a mudra called Hridaya Mudra, Sacred Heart Mudra. The right hand is over the heart. The left hand is crossing over. Keeping your grounding. Take a breath in and open the arms wide. Let the chest expand, heart expand. And as you exhale, bring hands back to heart, cradling heart. Let's do that a few more times. Breathing in to open and exhale to heart. Moving with whatever pace your breath is moving. After this exhale, lower the arms. With your next inhale, step the feet together, and let's come back to your grounding. We'll take a breath in and reach hands up over the head, this upward salute, feeling your grounding. Exhale, fold forward, surrendering. Breathe in, come into your half fold. And then exhale, fold again, or stay in your half. Breathe in and come all the way up and reach, welcoming life. And exhale, stretch over to the left side, staying grounded. Breathe in and reach up, and exhale to the right side. Breathe in and come up, and then exhale. Let's come into chair pose with arms stretching out in front. Find your grounding here. This time, we'll press down through the right foot and lift the left heel. See if you can find the grounding in that position. Find some stability there. And you can either keep the heel lifted or lift the knee and take a breath in. And as you exhale, we'll step the left foot back and come into Warrior One. Again, adjust your stance. It could be long or short, whatever feels the most grounding, the most stable for you. And then we'll bring palms to heart in this Hridaya Mudra again. Take a moment to appreciate heart, appreciate your strength of foundation. As you breathe in, open arms wide. And as you exhale, come back to heart, your refuge. Let's take 3 more breath cycles. Move with your pacing of breath. Let's take 1 more breath cycle. And then rest your hands down by your sides. With your next inhale, step feet together and come back to your grounding. Let's bring hands down. And we'll play a little bit with balance here. So playing around with balance, this is going to be fabulous. In your own home, you can play and not worry about what happens when what the body's doing does not meet your expectations. And this is a good practice, not just for now, but for life in general. So let's start by placing more attention down through the right foot to have the support of foundation in the right foot and leg. And if you'd like, if it feels more stable to be off your mat or being at a wall for support, please do that so that you can stay safe. So we're placing our energy down through the right foot. We'll lift the left heel and take a moment to receive the foundation of the right leg and foot. So it's helpful to not lock out the right knee. So keep a little ease in that knee. We'll lift the left heel and then just play around with opening and closing out and forward the left knee. As you're doing this, we're just warming up the left hip, letting the right foot and leg become strong, and relax the shoulders, standing tall. So this is our little warm-up. So let's now bring the left knee forward and place the foot down. And we're going to change sides. So create the strength of foundation down through left foot. Bending the knee slightly so you're not locking it. Lift the right heel. Relax the shoulders back and down. Release any tension in the neck. No one is looking. Okay, maybe your cat or dog, or maybe your children, but they're used to seeing you in funny positions already, so you're good. So we're just going to be moving the right knee forward and out. Once we do one more, let's now bring the right foot down. And we're going to do one more action, changing sides once more. So place your attention again down through the right foot and leg without locking the knee out. We're going to bend or lift the left heel, let the knee move out to the side, tuck the outer right hip in towards center. And here let's begin to move the knee around in a circle. So what's helpful here is, in addition to what all else you're doing to create stability, we're adding a little bit of emphasis in your core to create a stable center. We're also here long enough so that you have to breathe at least a couple times. Let's reverse the circle. And then, this is bonus points for you that are still following me here. Let's create any kind of other movement that would have your pets or your children really go crazy now. So, moving in a way that just attempts to get you off center, off balance. If you have not yet fallen, you are just not trying hard enough. So we're going to do this maybe for a second longer, taking a moment to try to lose balance. Yes, very good. And then we'll come back to where both feet are on the mat or floor, grounded, stable. And we're still here to tell the tale. Let's change sides. So we'll place emphasis down through the left foot without locking the knee. Lift the right heel, keep shoulders relaxed. We'll lift the right knee and begin to draw a circle with the knee, adding this core stability, adding the breath. If you are smiling, this is truly an advanced yogi. And so as you change directions, if you haven't already done so, we'll keep the stable outer left hip. And then let's transition to do some other movement. This is going to be movement that does not fit onto the front cover of Yoga Journal magazine. So this is movement that you've never seen anyone do before in a yoga class, mainly because it looks stupid. This is the movement that we're after. Challenging your balance, and if you haven't fallen, like I'm doing something wrong because I have not fallen yet. So I need to do something, yes. Try to do something where you're a little bit off kilter, so you can realize life continues. So let's come back to where both feet are planted and turn towards the long edge of your mat. And step the feet wider apart and then point the toes out towards the corners. And bend your knees, and then refine this also. Refine it to where your knees and your feet are pointing in the same direction so that it's the most stable position for the knee joints, the ankles. Relax the shoulders back and down to broaden across the chest. And we'll add a little movement with a side stretch. So we'll take a breath in and straighten the knees, and let's bring the arms up over the head or out if that feels better to your shoulders. And as you exhale, we'll bend both knees and stretch over to the right side. As you breathe in, let's straighten the knees and straighten the spine. And as you exhale, bend the knees and stretch over to the left. Let's do one more on each side. Breathing in, straightening, exhale to the right, bending both knees. Inhale, straighten both knees. And then exhale over to the left. And inhale, let's come back up. And exhale, bring the hands down. And then we're going to point the toes towards the long side of your mat, the long edge of your mat. And this time, let's bring the fingertips to your heart center, and we're just going to tap the chest. We are tapping the chest to wake up the heart. So tap, 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 awakening the heart. And as you breathe in now, let's bring the hands wide apart. And then exhale, bend your knees, keep the arms wide for a moment. So this is like a really wide-legged chair pose. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands to the top of the thighs, roll the shoulders back and down. And then begin to straighten one knee and then the other. Find your breath and move in a way that feels in sync with your breath. You can stay in this lifted position with the chest lifted. This is a good position to stay in if the back, low back in particular, has any complaints. Or if you wish, you could hinge a little bit more and do the same movement, maybe bringing your hands down to the mat or to the back of the legs. If there's any other movement here, feel free to incorporate it. You could clasp your elbows and add a little sway with the elbows, or you could pause on one side and just add a stretch to one side, or add a twist. So whatever you'd like to do here, we're just going to take about 3 more breath cycles. Take one more breath in and out. And then come back to where your knees are bent and your hands are on the thighs again. And as you breathe in, we'll come straight up and relax the shoulders. And now let's point to the left foot to the short end of your mat. And bend your left knee. We'll come to Warrior Two. So here the right toes are pointing towards that long edge of the mat. The left toes are pointing to the short end of the mat. The shoulders are over the hips. And we'll draw the arms out from your shoulders. Warrior Two. And we'll breathe in, and let's bring palms to heart center and straighten your left leg. So this mudra, Anjali Mudra, is a mudra that evokes reverence for life as it is. And so we're going to breathe in and breathe in this energy of reverence for life. And as you exhale, we're going to send it out as you bend your left knee and stretch the arms out from the shoulders again. Breathe in to heart, reverence, appreciation for life, and exhale outward. Let's do that a couple more times. Move with your own breath's pacing. To Warrior Two, let's pause there. If there's any adjustments you'd like to make with your stance, if it was too wide or too short, feel free to adjust it here. We're going to turn the left palm up, and as you breathe in, come into Peaceful Warrior or Reverse Warrior. We're going to lift the left arm up, relax the right shoulder, see if you can get a nice stretch along the left side of the body. Take a breath in. As you exhale, let's transition to side angle, where you're going to stretch over towards the left thigh, lengthening the side waist, lengthening your spine. Hands can be in whatever position works for your shoulders, but see if you can broaden the space between the two shoulders. And any position for the arms that feels good for you, do that. And let's take one more breath in and out. And then as you breathe in, let's come up, relax the arms down, straighten the left leg, and then we'll swivel the feet to point in the other direction. So right foot points to the short edge, left toes point to the long edge, bend your right knee, bring hips under the shoulders, stable foundation. Again, adjust the spacing as needed so your hips feel comfortable, your knees feel comfortable, and we'll bring arms wide. Take a moment to appreciate your grounding here. And then as you breathe in, let's bring palms together in front of the heart center, straighten the right knee, and exhale, send this heart energy out to all those in need. Let's do that a few more times. Move with your breath. Let your awareness drop into heart, receiving and sending energy. When you come to Warrior Two, let's pause there. And we'll turn the right palm up, receiving. As you breathe in, lift the right arm, come into Peaceful Warrior, Reverse Warrior. Pause here, feel this stretch of opening along the right side ribs. Take another inhale, and when you exhale, come into side angle pose. Arms in whatever position. See if you can keep the torso lengthening, the chest opening this heart space. Arranging arms in a way that feels okay to your shoulders today. Take one more breath in and out. And as you breathe in, let's come all the way up, straighten the right leg, and exhale, bring hands down. Then walk the feet together, and let's come towards the front of your mat. Bring palms together in this mudra of reverence and appreciation for life. Feel your grounding. Relax the shoulders, relax your jaw. Connect with the breath. Connect with your breath, your pulse of life. Take a moment and imagine or feel the pulse of the earth's breath as well. And as you breathe in, open the arms wide and lift up in this upward salute. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in and come into your half fold. Lengthen the spine. And exhale, let's fold again, bending the knees. Place your hands down on the mat. And then step back to either hands and knees, or to downward facing dog, or to plank pose. We're pausing here for a moment, so make sure whatever you're selecting feels good to your body. And you can either be in plank pose on hands, or you may want to be in plank pose on forearms. See from whatever position you've chosen if you can feel your grounding, if you can feel your breath. We're going to just take one more breath in. And as you exhale, let's lower the knees down and come onto the belly. And from here, place hands down under the shoulders and we'll lift into Cobra pose. Several variations of Cobra. If you'd rather have hands, forearms in front, with this version of Cobra, the Sphinx pose, or if you'd like to have hands back by your hips. Or if none of those seem good today, you can come into crocodile pose, which is resting the head down in a comfortable way, maybe on the top of your stacked palms. If you are still in Cobra pose, take one more breath in and out. One more breath in, and then as you exhale, come down, resting on belly, maybe resting either the forehead down or one cheek down on your mat. Whatever's comfortable for your neck. Pause here. See if you can feel in this position on your belly, if you can feel the belly connecting to earth, moving in the rhythm, in sync with the earth's rhythm. From this position, we're going to simply turn over and rest on your back. And from your back, if you wish, you could place a blanket under your head or under your knees. Going to find a position for the body that is comfortable. Coming into this resting pose, corpse pose. Relax the shoulders. Arrange the body in whatever way feels the best. If you sense a part of the body needs a stretch, feel free to do that. Feel free to incorporate any movement or stretch if the body does not seem ready to settle. Give yourself the time that's needed. When you are ready to settle, come to a position that does feel good to the body, that feels comfortable enough to relax completely. You can leave the knees bent or let them stretch out. You can come to a position where you're experiencing the most comfort so that you can experience a deep relaxation here now. Come back to this awareness of breath in the body. Simply notice the breath, how it moves the body without effort. Connect with this pulse of life moving through you. Relax all the muscle tension. Relax all the effort in the body. Allowing a sense of deeper connection to the support of the earth. Expand your awareness to appreciate how the earth also breathes. how the earth also pulses with life, with an inherent wisdom and wholeness. Let yourself simply be here. Stay as you are for as long as you can in this practice. Thank you for being here. Thank you for this connection. Until next time.